how to make $10,000 a month on Airbnb with one listing. Now, you probably think I've absolutely lost my mind talking about $10,000 a month Airbnb. How's that even possible? What are you doing? Are you buying the property? He probably bought the property. No, I don't own a single one of these properties, and each of them make me over $10,000 a month. One thing you need to understand is that a lot of really just business in general is all limiting beliefs. You don't believe it's possible to make $10,000 a month with one listing. So you're not even going to attempt to even try to find a property that might even do these numbers. And if you did, you think the numbers were wrong. It's all just a real, I'm going to be honest with you, 98% of this is really just what is your belief around the fact that you can make $10,000 a month on Airbnb? Because I'm about to go and give you the step-by-step process on how I'm able to do it and my steps on finding a property. But if you don't even think it's possible yourself, nothing I show you will have you believe that it's possible. Even if I went and showed you a house that's making $10,000, $15,000 a month that I didn't buy at all, you probably wouldn't believe me, because if you have that limiting belief around the stigma that it's not possible to make $10,000 a month with one listing, then it's probably not going to be that way for you. So the first step is really just like rewiring your mind around the concept that it's not possible to make $10,000 a month with one listing. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I have listings making me 20, 30. Some of them even made me $40,000 a month. One of them did once this year, I'm going to be honest, but it was amazing to see because I don't own any of these properties. But I do want to let you know that it is possible. I'm living proof of this. And now the way I built my business is really just looking for and pinpointing these properties. Now, I'm not saying that every single house you look at is going to make $100,000 a year, and I'm not saying that it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. Finding a house that makes you $10,000 a month, $100,000 a year, like these properties are needles in haystacks. It's not going to be something where you just wave your magic wand and then you're going to find in one day. It's like it's going to take time. It's going to take repetition. It's going to be a numbers game. But once you understand the systems behind where they're located and how to find them, it'll be significantly easier for you to pinpoint it. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about right now. So the first step in finding your $10,000 a month property, $120,000 a year, let's just say $100,000 a year, $10,000 a month, is really just going to come down to what kind of market research are you doing? Okay, so this is going to be the most important part of it. Now, let me explain to you how a property could even possibly make $10,000 or more a month. And what I'm going to say sounds super counterintuitive, but pay attention. It's really going to come down to the experience. It's going to come down to the experience that you can provide on a consistent basis to a lot of different users that they can't get anywhere else. The more consistently high experiences and unique experiences that you can provide, the more that you can charge. Airbnb rewards creativity. So if you can get creative, which I'm going to talk about in a second, you're going to make so much money with just single listings that you will simply have now unlocked an entirely different and new market segment that most people don't even think is truly possible. Okay. And when I say experience, what do I mean? Okay. So what significantly differentiates hotels from Airbnb? Hotels and Airbnbs are more similar than you think. All right. They both provide stays for tourism. However, with Airbnb, one thing that you can provide that hotels can't is just a well-rounded experience in a house. Number one, hotels can't fit 8, 10, 15 people. Sometimes they can't even fit 6 people or 4 people in some cases as well in their model. They cannot do that. With Airbnb, you can have a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house that can fit whoops, you can have a 4, 5, 6-bedroom house that can fit 6, 8, 10, 15 people if you even just can even just stuff air mattresses in that home. You can fit 15 people, 10 people, 12 people, 8 people in single houses and provide an experience that's so amazing that people just want to stay at your house. So what am I talking about? Some of my houses have ping pong tables, foosball tables, pool tables. You can have Some houses could even have a pool outside. Being able to provide and cultivate an experience that you can't really get in hotels, and just making it fun for people. Because if you really think about it, $1,000 a day is 10 people giving you $100, or 20 people giving you $50. If you can get 10 people to give you $100 or 20 people to give you $50, and you have an experience that makes it worth it for them to actually want to stay in your house, you'll be able to charge $1,000 a night all day long. And just $1,000 a night is a benchmark, because at $1,000 a night, you're significantly more than $10,000 a month, significantly more. So if you can do this, imagine at just $500 a night, which is right around where you want to be to hit that 10K mark, right? Then all you need is 10 people to pay you $50. All you need is 10 people to pay you $50, or 20 people to pay you $25 to be able to get to that $500 a night average, right? And the way you're going to do that is by providing an experience for more people. That's it. So this is the experiential part of the market research, is really just, first of all, understanding that you can have a house that can fit 10, 15, 20 people, bigger house, of course, which we'll talk about in a second, that you can now charge upwards of $500 to $1,000 a night and make significantly more than $8, 10, 12, $20,000 a month. So that is the idea behind why somebody would even pay this much in the first place, okay? Now, once you have that understanding that it's really going to be experience-based, now you want to understand, okay, what kind of actual market research will I be able to do? Will I be doing, okay? So what you're going to be looking for is, and I'm going to be straight up about this, houses that are going to be able to make you $10,000 a month or more, most likely, depending on the market, are going to be 4 bedrooms plus. That's about 8 people, okay? Give or take. 4 bedrooms plus. So in your market research, when you're looking at the top performing properties or the best performing properties, what you want to do is you actually want to filter and look for the top performing properties that are 4 bedroom plus. Simply find out where those are located, what they're doing well, how their interior design, and what experience they provide for their guests. If you can figure out where they're located, if you can figure out what makes them consistently booked through their design and through their experience, if you can figure these things out, getting to that 10K, I erased it just to write it again, but it's okay. I like writing $10,000 a month with one house. I think you will as well. But when you start understanding this concept of finding out what experience these top listings provide, it will be significantly easier for you to get to that and almost be your bare minimum. Another really big factor to getting to that $10,000 a month with one single listing is what kind of amenities are you adding in the house that will increase the perceived value of the listing. And that's where having amenities that are highly desirable, I didn't want to write highly, are going to come into effect. The more amenities that you have that have a higher desirability, the more money you're going to make. Significantly so. Let me give you an example, okay? So in Airbnb, there's actually a way for you to actually go and search and filter for amenities. So let's say you do a filtered search, any search, and then you go to the filter, do any search for a house, and then you go to the filter and add a king bed. What you notice that in most markets, adding a king bed allows you to charge anywhere from $100 to $200 a night more, just having a king bed. And I'm not talking about a pool, barbecue table, ping pong table, I'm not talking even about these things. I'm talking about simply having a king sized bed can allow you to charge anywhere from $100 to $200 more a night. And you can do this with tons of different amenities, I'm talking about adding a foosball table. Your listing could have a pool, you could have a volleyball net to the pool, right? So there's all these things that you can do that can curate a very high and engaging experience with your amenities that allows you to essentially charge significantly more. So when you do that market research and you look at these listings, look at, okay, what are they doing well? Oh, this house has a pool. This house is designed very well. Oh, they have a vending machine. Oh, they have arcade games. Oh, they have a ping pong table. They have a pool table. Oh, the bed is shaped like a car. Like all these things you can add, or that these listings have, you can add to your own listing to increase the nightly rate that allows you to get to this goal. Okay. The biggest part about all of this is truly understanding that they exist, that it's possible, and that all you got to do is look for do your market research, optimize for experiences, and add the amenities that allow you to charge more. This right here is how you get to $10,000 a month with one Airbnb listing. If you still don't think it's possible, then it's probably not going to be possible for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who's sitting here in front of you, who spent like 10 minutes explaining this entire concept, I'm telling you that it is possible. Like, it truly is possible. My students have done this like tens and 30s and almost hundreds of times at this point. It hasn't been thousands of times because like they're not something that you can find just by like picking a random house. Like, you need to have pinpoint accuracy in your search and in your process. But I've done this myself. I've trained my students on how to do this very, very well as well. There's no reason why you can't as well. It first starts with the belief, then it's the understanding, and then it's the execution. The belief that it's possible to find houses and to have an Airbnb listing that's going to make you $10,000 a month. The understanding of what actually goes into building a property that can charge $500 to $1,000 a night to get to that goal. And the execution. What can I now start doing, and how can I act on this belief and understanding to be able to do that and get those results for myself? These are going to be your pillars. Okay. Hopefully by now you truly believe that it's possible and you understand the underlying principle behind what makes it happen. But now it's up to you to execute on this realization and do it yourself. All right. If you want to watch a video on how I was able to scale my Airbnb business from zero to over $100,000 a month in just 2.5 years, I'm going to link a video here so you can watch how I was able to do it and a lot of the limiting beliefs that I actually had to go through myself to be able to accomplish this. But I want you to know that I am no different than you watching this video. I was in the exact same position. I was probably in a worse position because I was significantly overweight, depressed, making no money. But I realized that something had to change. And it wasn't going to change unless I genuinely went out of my way to make it happen. But I needed to first believe that it was possible, understand how I was able to do it, and then execute on that understanding. And after that, everything else just fell into place. And you just built momentum and momentum, momentum. One day you wake up and you've accomplished everything that you wanted, but you'll probably want more at that point. But even just to get to your first $10,000 a month, which I have a video, if you want to see a video, which I'll link down below on how to get your first $10,000 a month in Airbnb generally, or get to your first $10,000 with one listing, which I genuinely prefer. Honestly, who doesn't, right? It truly is possible. Now it's up to you to execute. You now have the information on what the philosophy is and the principle is behind it. Now it's up to you to make that happen. Good luck.